Like I said, chapter 9, we're going to take every section into 2 days. Okay, bless you. We're going to talk about surface area of prisms first today. So surface area of prism, it takes this rectangular prism and it split it in half and laid it all out. Why do you think it did that? To find surface area. Area, right? If I wanted to find the area of this green shape right here, how would I find it? Multiply 8 times 5. Good, but would that give me the area of the whole thing?
No.
No. So I would have to find the area of this shape, and this shape, and this shape, and this shape, and this shape. Would that take some time? Yes. Okay? That is why we are going to learn a formula that will do all of that for us in one little thing. Okay? But this is what it's getting at with surface area. It's finding the area of all those different sides of our prism. Okay? Remember faces? Why we talked about faces? It's finding the area of all of those faces and putting them together. Okay? So, looking at this one, first off, we got to understand what shape it is. Triangular what? Prism. Good. Some of us would say rectangular prism looking at this. Why is it not a rectangular prism? Remember, if I had it sitting on that rectangle, if I flipped it, would it still be sitting on a rectangle? No. That's why we say triangle, because if it's sitting on that triangle, if I flip it, is it still sitting on a triangle? Yes. So, what we're going to do is we're going to shade that base shape. Base shape is super important to us. We want to shade that base shape. Okay? Another thing I'm going to advise is take that base shape and redraw it. Okay, everyone redraw that base shape. Okay, what was this side length in our picture? If I just took it here, what's this side length? 3. It is a 90-degree angle. Good. What about this side length right here? 4. Good. And do we know this side length? What is it?
5.
It is 5. Okay. So first step, I took that base and I put it out of the picture. Isn't this a lot better to look at than this? A lot easier to look at. Okay. Surface area, we have a formula to follow. Everyone write this down. Surface area is 2 times capital B plus capital P times H. How many different variables do we have in that equation? We have 3 different ones. So we have to find each variable before we can find the surface area. Okay, what do we think B stands for?
Base.
Something to do with the base, not just base. Since we're dealing with surface area, what do you think we have to find of the base? You're thinking it. The area of the base. So everyone write this down, label these. Capital B is the area of the base. Okay, so let's do it step by step. Let's find capital B, the area of the base. What was our base shape that we just drew? Triangle. How do we find the area of a triangle?
Base times height divided by 2.
Base times height divided by 2. Okay, so we take base times height divided by 2, plug that in. What's base? What's the base? 4. Okay, what's the height? 3. Why did you not pick 5 for either of those? Because it's not the base or the height. It's not connected to that right angle. Okay, remember their relationship? They're perpendicular to each other. Okay, and then we have divide by 2. So what do we end up getting?
6.
We have 12 divided by 2, which is 6. Good. We found capital B. What's the next variable in our equation that we have to find? Capital P. What do we think capital P stands for? It's something to do with the base. Perimeter. I just spelled that way wrong. That's okay. Perimeter of the base. What does perimeter mean?
Area sort of?
What'd you say? Distance around the shape. So we want the distance around this triangle. How do we find the distance around that triangle? Add them all together. We have 3 plus 5 plus 4. 3 plus 4 plus 5, which you do get 12. Okay, have we found everything yet?
No.
No, what else do we need to find?
The H.
H, what does H stand for? Height. Okay. Can we find the height of our prism looking at this shape right here, what we redraw?
No.
Why not? Come back and look up here. How do we know which one the height is?
5.
Which one have we not used yet? 2. Okay. It's always going to be the one you have not used yet. Why is 2 the height and not 5 or 4 or 3? Why is 2 the height? Okay, if I have my triangular prism, this is just like up here, right? I have my triangular prism. We found the area of this. I have my 2 bases right here. The height is the distance between the 2 bases. That's the height of our prism. So it's the line connecting our 2 bases. Okay, so base 1's here, the other base is here. What's connecting? The 2. Yep. Now do we have everything? All right, so we plug it all in. What was the formula again? Good. Plug that all in. Capital B we got 6. P we got 12. H we got 2. Now you just got to evaluate those. What's 2 times 6? 12. 12 times 2? 24. Add those together, you get 36. Now, last chapter, what was important? Labels. Is it still important here?
Yeah.
It is. Why is it? Because what are we looking for? Because we're looking for area, so we need meters squared. Okay, questions about that? This is why we're breaking it apart. Was that a lot? Okay, this is why we're breaking it down. We're going to do a lot of practice, okay? You're finding B, P, and H, okay? First period really liked how they redrew that base shape. It made it a lot easier to look at than looking at the specific shape that they give you. Okay, once you find what that base is, redraw it, relabel it, okay? Questions so far? All right, go ahead and try number 1 on that last, one of the last ones. First one on the back side, okay? Real quick, all together, what is my base shape? What's it sitting on? Rectangle. What's this called? A rectangular prism, okay? Go ahead and try and find the surface area. Find your capital B, your capital P, and your H. Go. Again, what's the formula for surface area of a prism? 2 times capital B. Good. Plus perimeter times H. So we got to find those 3 different things. Capital B is what? What's that stand for? Area of the base. Okay, base shape is a rectangle. What's the formula for area of a rectangle? What's the formula for area of a rectangle? Base times height. If I redrew that shape on the outside, I have my values here. What's my base and my height of my base? 6 and 6 times 2, which is 12. Capital B is 12. Now we need to find capital P. How do I find the perimeter of this base shape? Add them all together. 6 plus 6 plus 2 plus 2. 16. Okay. How do I go find height?
No, it's the one that hasn't been used.
One that hasn't been used yet. What is it? 3. Now do we have everything?
Yeah.
Yep. Plug it in. So we have 2 times capital B is 12. What's P? 16. Height is 3. So we have 24 plus 48. And we got 72. What was our label? Inches squared. Good. Questions on that one? Okay. Lay it out just how I did. Find your capital B. Find your capital P. Find your H, and then plug it all in. Okay? Go ahead and try number 3. Let's get started together. What's our base shape? Triangle. Okay. Redraw that triangle. Pull it out, redraw. Here's my right angle. What's this side length up here? If I took it off the top, it's 8. What's this side length over here? 6. What's this side length? 10. Good. Okay. Be careful though. Which one's your base and your height? 8 and 6. Good. Go ahead now. Looking at number 3, I grabbed my base shape and I took it out and I redrew. Okay. Now we need to find capital B. How do I find the area of a triangle? Base times height divided by 2. Okay? What's my base and my height? 8 and 6. 8 times 6? 48 divided by 2? 24. Okay, we found our capital B. What do we find next? P, perimeter. How do I find the perimeter of this? Add them all together. 8 plus 6 plus 10, 24. H, how do we find H? The one we didn't use. We go back to our picture. What is it? 4. What do I do once I find all 3? Yep, plug them in. 2 times capital B was 24. And then we had perimeter was 24 and height was 4. You get 48. What's 24 times 4? 96. Add them together. What do you get? And then what do we not forget at the end? Centimeters squared.